Hi, everybody. Just wanted to give you a quick update. I am sure by now these might be a little scary on this channel, but don't worry. So, I am recording this on, well, technically the night of Valentine's Day, 2023. And I am leaving in just a few days to go out of town. And I was sick for most of last week. So, when I was already in a time crunch to get a bunch of stuff done for this trip, because not only do I do YouTube and Patreon, which between those two channels, I put out like anywhere from like 10, I don't know, like 9 or 10 to like 12 or 13 videos a week. um, so it is kind of a lot. But I also have a whole other business. It's actually my full time business that deals with podcasting. And I'm going to be traveling for a few weeks. And so I was already slammed to get done what I needed to get done before this trip so that I can like be working limited hours on the trip and all that stuff. So yeah, I have fallen behind, as you now know, with the edits here on YouTube. So I am putting the channel on hiatus for a very brief break. I already know the dates that I'm coming back, and I will share those. But first, I want to explain why, and I promise I won't take too long doing this. And then I'm actually going to open up a couple packages because I do have a PO box, and I have gotten my first packages for that. So I only have 2 here, so that's not going to take very long at all. And I mean, I don't want to say only. Like, I'm very grateful for these 2. I just mean, like, in terms of time, it won't take me very long to open them. So this trip coming up, I am spending a week with my father and my stepmother. My husband and I are both going. It's my husband and I's like first vacation together in 2 years. And I have spent maybe a total of like 4 days with my father since before the pandemic. And if you have watched the channel for a while, you might have heard me mention in a couple of different videos that my father actually does have cancer. And sorry if I'm a little sniffly. I'm still not 100%. I'm like 99% better. But I do still have a little bit of nasal stuff going on. So my father does have cancer. He has been doing pretty well. He's had it for several years now. We did get some not so great news recently, but it wasn't, devastating news. But anyways, I have not spent very much time with him because there was the pandemic and we live on opposite sides of the country. And, we're both very busy. But I'm spending a week with him. And then after that, I'm visiting a friend who she's one of my best friends. And you may have also heard me mention in another reaction video, although I think that's on Patreon, that she had a baby last fall and it was a very traumatic birth. We almost lost both of them, especially her. The baby was in the NICU for a few weeks. She was in the hospital for a few weeks. Like, it was not a good situation. It was very, very scary. So I'm going to go visit her and spend some time with her and see the new baby for the first time. So I really just want to be able to focus on those things. I want to focus on spending time with my husband, who I haven't been on a vacation with in 2 years, and seeing my father, who I don't really get to spend any time with, and I don't know how long I will have with him. And, seeing my friend who almost died last fall and her new baby. So yeah, I have decided to limit my stress load, get a couple of things off my plate, just to free up some time on this trip so that I can really focus on spending time with my loved ones. And so hopefully you understand. But don't worry, this will be a quick hiatus. We're going to come back once I'm back from the trip and have a chance to get settled. So the first reaction will be on Wednesday, March 15th, and that is going to be for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And then the following Saturday, so I believe it's March 18th, we're going to come back with, I think we're going to be on Episode 2-7, I think it's Idiot's Lantern, for Doctor Who. So it's only like a month, and then I will be back. But yeah, it's for a very good reason. I think I actually got sick this last time just because I was so stressed about getting all of this stuff done before this trip, because like I was getting decent sleep, which I never ever do. I was drinking water, which I hate. I was making sure I was taking my vitamins. I never leave the house. So yeah, I still ended up sick. So I think it was just the stress of everything. So that's what we're going to do. So yeah, hopefully you understand. All right, I'm going to open up these 2 packages here. They are both from the same person, which is Donald Gillikin, I think is how you say the last name. And Donald, I apologize. I see that these are postmarked from December. But there were some issues at the post office because I have the box under my name, but you obviously, sent it to the name of the channel. So I will get that remedied. But I have the packages now. They are here. So we're going to go ahead and open them. Oh, okay. All right. So the new Doctor Who Adventures. This book looks old. Conundrum. I don't know when this is from. Okay. So there is a note on it. Another meta book. Oh, sequel to The Mind Robber. Okay. I feel like I might be getting ready to come up on that story, like tonight. Let me check that. Okay, so this is incredible timing, especially since you sent these in December and it's now February. But yes, tonight I am starting part 1 of The Mind Robber in Classic Who. So that's a fun little thing. So yeah, thank you for this. That's so funny. I do read, by the way, so I always love books. Okay, so let's see what the other one is. I definitely will read the rest of that, but I'll just do it off camera. Okay, we got a note in this one. Yay. I like notes. Okay. More Doctor Who books, which I'm excited about. Okay, no future. Let me pull up the camera so I can actually see if you can see what I'm seeing. I really want to open these up and see when they're from. Well, that says 1963 to 93. I just love the way those look. And then the other one is Human Nature, which I have. So is this the story Human Nature? Like Human Nature Family of Blood story, I wonder? Yeah, Dr. John Smith. Yeah. So just in case you're not aware, I have already seen that 2-parter because I am quite a ways ahead on Patreon. I'm in, actually tonight, I will be filming the finale for series 6. They won't go on Patreon for another couple weeks. They're going to go while I'm out of town, but I got to film them before I leave. So there's a note here. I'm going to go ahead and read it now, but I'll cut that out of the video just because I want to be able to respond to Donald in case you're watching. Okay, so I'm coming back on this. Donald actually explains in the first paragraph of this letter that so I guess this is actually a story from the 7th Doctor, which was the basis for the Human Nature Family of Blood 2-parter. So that's really interesting. I'm only on the 6th Doctor right now, so I don't know that I can read that one yet or not. But I'll double check. Which, by the way, you can let me know. In the comments below if I can read, but I'll also be sharing these on the Discord server for Patreon supporters, and they'll let me know if I can read them as well. They're really good about that. Okay, thank you so much, Donald. And thank you for the letter too. Like, I really appreciate you explaining it and like the thought that went into it and like giving me references for these books. I really, really appreciate it. And I think they're awesome. You can't see it because it's out of frame, but there's actually another shelf underneath this one. And it's all books related to like TV shows. So it's my entire Outlander series and a bunch of Supernatural books, and a poem book by one of the people from Supernatural. So these definitely have a place, and I very, very, very much appreciate it. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up this. And you also included your email, so I'm going to email you just in case you see this before you get the email, because I'm going to let you know. So that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And I know that another hiatus after only being back for a few months is not ideal, but again, I hope that you understand. I just really, really need to focus on and like make the most out of this short window of time that I have with some of my favorite people in the world that I rarely get to see. So in the meantime, I will probably post an update, just like a personal update on the community tab. So if you're not subscribed to the page, if you don't check out the community tab, I do post on there. I know a lot of other like creators on YouTube don't, but I do. So yeah, hopefully I will see you in one of those posts. And if not, I will see you back on March 15th for Star Wars and March 18th for Doctor Who.